The entire globe, even as it trembles in passion with the birth of new nations and shrinks in the hand of a dispassionate science, is today the site of a momentous conflict. As each side attempts to prove to the world the superiority of its position, the conflict is fought with the words of diplomats, with gestures of friendship and help to uncommitted countries, even with cultural demonstrations. It is fought indeed on every level of man's experience, for the stakes are high. As one of the adversaries in the conflict, we see a challenge as great as any in our historic past. A challenge not, we hope, to be met and joined in battle, but to be faced and fought in the hearts and hopes of men. It is the challenge of ideas.
I am Edward R. Murrow. For a little while, I would like to review with you the great conflict of our times, one which demands and must get the attention and the involvement of each one of us. This conflict is the reason why most of you are in uniform, and some of you will be going overseas, servicemen, families of servicemen, and civilians working for the Department of Defense. Because of this conflict, many of you are already abroad, more than 1 million Americans in 91 foreign countries. First and foremost, of course, Americans are overseas to help preserve the peace. By maintaining an alert readiness to meet the threat of aggression, America's armed forces, in concert with those of its allies, are serving as a deterrent to war. Some of you may wonder how directly involved in the contest you are, or will be. Perhaps your active duty is behind you, or soon will be, and with it, you may believe your involvement in the contest ends. But the truth is that involvement in this conflict is far-ranging indeed. It touches not only members of the armed forces and their families, but everyone who supports the mission of the armed forces, every defense worker, every taxpayer who foots the bill, who in fact is not involved. And the conflict itself, how can it be defined? Well, let's look at it this way. The communist bloc would like to see the entire world under communist domination. Over the years, as the strength and determination of the free world has gradually convinced communist leaders that aggressive war would be a reckless and costly gamble, they have begun to talk more and more about their ability to win from us in the arena of ideas. This, of course, is fine with us, for we are a people with a traditionally great faith in our ideas, the ideas that have moved mountains and created wealth and shaped us as free men. And we are confident that history can do no other than award us the victory in any contest in which ideas are the weapons. But I would like to say this: confidence by itself without effort does not win contests. Victory in this conflict depends on much, much more than confidence. It is a contest unlike any we have ever faced in our history as a nation. It is total competition with an antagonist who is putting into it everything within his capability. It is not a conflict between peoples, but between basic values and systems of government, between the principles of life each believes in. When we talk of these conflicting values, we are obliged to speak of that special quality which we call, for want of a better phrase, individual liberty. And when we talk of this liberty in America, we talk with many voices, for we are a diverse nation, and there are perhaps as many concepts of what America is as there are people among us. But although we look at America through different eyes, there are many insights into the essence of our moving and growing nation that we share.
I'm John Wayne. Is there any better or equal hope in the world, Lincoln asked, than the ultimate justice of the people? We Americans believe there is not. The stonework of our national life is made of this belief. We believe in many things, but this belief that man is a responsible being bears out our own unique stamp as a nation. As a people, we are active and often noisy. We are industrious, oftentimes to the bafflement of ourselves and our friends. We relax as hard as we work. We are proud. We are sentimental. Beauty is of national concern to us. For some of us, its pursuit is a deadly serious pastime. The rest of us simply enjoy the results. Some of our national spirit shows up in the monuments we erect, the large ones and the small ones. It rings through the music which animates us.
Attaboy, Homer, swing it! Second jump out and lead to the fourth, four hands out in the circle. Swing the opposite baby and you keep the gal behind.
Jerry dodged that bullet and he stomped the deck. Stomped my balls till I wanted to scream. Should have killed him cause he's so darn mean. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock to broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is traveling out the village where the trains of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the faithful lightnings of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on.
We have, on occasion, some difference of feeling. At other times, we are united. We are all these things and many more, but above everything else, we are free. We believe in the ultimate justice which we as free men can create. Our heritage of freedom is our most priceless possession. Men before us have died to keep it alive, and men in our times have done the same. But although men have died to preserve it, and may die again, the glory of this heritage is the vision of life that it has given us. A life of dignity and nobility of spirit, such as men have never before been enriched by in the long march through the history they have recorded. There is a phrase which recurs in our national documents, the literature of our story as a people, which points to the source of our belief in individual freedom, and defines perhaps better than any other the nub of the conflict between the opposing systems of values which sweep the world today. That phrase is, "This nation under God." That phrase and others like it set the standard of our concept of man. As a creature of God, man is a being with dignity and conscience, with the ability to determine right from wrong and the obligation to act on that right. From this belief in man as a responsible being flow the beliefs in his other qualifications which we accept, usually even without bothering to think about them, as parts of that vague condition which we call the American way. His ability, indeed his right to explore the truth in all things, his ability to govern himself, and his ability to handle his own economic problems.
The opposing point of view in this conflict rests on a fundamentally different vision of man. As a creature not of God, but of the state. In this system, the value of individual man diminishes sharply, and the state is all important. The state will run his life for him, his political life, his business life, his social life. What we oppose fundamentally is the aggressive nature of the communist state, its unceasing effort to expand wherever it can.